Does anyone else like to just lie in bed for an hour after they wake up? Not even to get on your phone or to read or anything like that, but just to reflect. Reflect on your dreams and aspirations, your thoughts, your feelings, etc. Or is that just a me thing? I don't know. I feel like it's important to take time every day, or at least every week, to just reflect with no distractions. But I guess also today I'm not really in any sort of rush because today is my self-care day after all. Every Saturday is my self-care day, and I want to take you through that self-care day with me because I feel like a lot of men, they don't really understand what self-care is, what it means, and what it entails. And I feel like it's my responsibility to not just tell you, but show you how to. Hopefully I'm looking at the lens. I can't really even see the camera right now. My vision is terrible. But I feel like a lot of men, they don't really understand self-care. So it's my responsibility to put said men on game and showcase how to indulge in self-care. Okay, and this is something that you should do on a regular basis, especially if you're on NoFap. It's very important to give yourself that psychological edge by taking care of yourself and taking care of your space. Let me show you what I mean. So yesterday I went to the eye doctor and I got an eye exam. Now let me tell you something. Okay, I am 23 years old. 23 years old. I have done some pretty incredible things in my life. And when I say incredible, I mean I've done things that a lot of people have not done and probably will never do. For example, I dropped out of college and I started a YouTube channel. And then I quit my job to go full time on that YouTube channel. Hold on real quick. I need to concentrate. I moved into my car and I lived in a completely different part of the country. I flew across the world to an entirely different continent to meet a woman that I had never physically met in person who was somehow also my girlfriend. And for some reason, nothing puts more fear into my heart than when they blow that little puff of air into my eyes at the eye doctor. Listen, if you know, you know. Okay, if you know, you know. 23 years old, I am a grown man. And that right there, that little puff of air puts me back in the mind state of a young child. Okay, you want to talk about true primal fear. And then, hold on, I think I put this in backwards. To make matters even worse, bro took his time with it yesterday. Usually they try to get you up out of there quick, so they give you that puff of air and they're moving on, but bro took his time with that puff of air. He said, "Open your eyes wide." I said, "You open your eyes wide, bro." What is this? Now, by the way, I'm well aware that I look very, very dusty right now. And that's the whole point. Okay, that is the point. You guys are getting the real, raw, authentic Jordan Green right now. Or really in all of these vlogs. You're seeing me right after I wake up. This is literally me in my most raw and untouched state. Now, speaking of doctors, I actually, fun fact, I haven't been to the dentist since I was still a teenager. Okay, I want to say I was 18 or 19 the last time I went to the dentist. I'm 23, like I said. Actually, I haven't been to the doctor for a regular checkup since I was 14. Fun fact, I do not go to the doctor. And I'm good. I mean, I'm fine. I feel generally healthy. I feel like if something was wrong with me, I'd probably be dead by now, but I don't know. I just haven't been to the doctor in a long time and I haven't gotten a regular checkup. Last time I went to the doctor, actually, I had a problem with my heart. I had a heart murmur. And then I had to go to the cardiologist and they were hooking me up to the EKG machines and doing, what are they called, ultrasounds and stuff like that. And this was all after that last checkup that I went to. So this is when I was 14 going on 15. I think I was
going into freshman year of high school. Either going into freshman year or going into sophomore year, one of the two. But basically I had a heart murmur and I got all of these tests done. And the last time I went, they took a blood test and they told me to come back in 6 months. And that was, what, 8 years ago? So, hey man, I guess I'm good. I don't know, I guess I'm good. But I probably should go to the doctor at some point. I definitely need to go to the dentist though. Definitely need to go to the dentist. Because at the very least, they don't blow that puff of air into my eye. So if I can handle the eye doctor, I can handle the dentist. But I don't know, man. I just be chilling, bro. I really just be out here brushing my teeth, taking good care of myself. And I think that's a big part of the reason why I haven't needed to go to the doctor or the dentist. That being said, let me go ahead and show you my self-care routine. So I have daily self-care practices and I have weekly self-care practices. Meditation is a daily self-care practice. I meditate twice a day, every day, no matter the circumstances. Generally, I keep my meditations pretty short, around 2 to 3 minutes at a time, but I do meditate twice a day, every single day, and I believe that this makes a very big difference in my overall quality of life. That being said, the weekly self-care habits, okay, let me show you my planner right here. The weekly self-care habits I do every Saturday. Self-care Saturday. That is a weekly thing for me. This is my self-care kit, and this is where all of the magic happens. In this bag, I have everything that I need, well, almost everything that I need, to transform my physical appearance in under 2 hours. Almost everything that I could ever possibly need to transform my physical appearance in a short amount of time. Now look, okay, speaking of physical appearances, I am well aware that I am looking very, 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 very dusty right now. Okay, and that is the whole point. I want to show you my transformation from this to what I'll look like closer to the end of this video. Okay, my hair is undone. I haven't done my skincare. Pretty much just hopped out of bed and brushed my teeth. So I'm going to show you all of the weekly self-care habits that I do. It's important to have daily self-care practices. You just saw the gratitude journaling and the meditation. It's important to have daily self-care practices because those set the tone. But then the weekly self-care practices, those serve as somewhat of a hard reset in your life. And I think that if you're on NoFap in particular, which if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you are, it's important to have these sorts of days because they can really help move the point of reference in terms of how you feel about yourself and thus how you feel about your life. And it can really help you move through life with a lot more confidence because not only do you look better, but you have the psychological understanding that you're taking good care of yourself and you move accordingly. You know that you're a person who's worthy of all of the not only inner work that you're doing from the daily self-care practices, the meditation, journaling, gratitude journaling, creative practices, etc., but also the outer self-care practices, the glow-up practices, if you will. That being said, let me show you how to do your eyebrows. So basically for this, all you're gonna need is some tweezers. So my little self-care bag right here. You're gonna need some tweezers and you're gonna need a mirror, preferably a mirror where you can go really, really close to your face. Get a close-up mirror and ideally you should brush your eyebrows first. I'm too lazy to walk back in the bathroom, so I'm gonna just do one of these right here. And once I have them kind of straightened out, just like you want to brush your hair before you cut it, once you have your eyebrows straightened out, you're going to take the tweezers. And for me personally, I try to start in the very middle because you probably wouldn't know this, but I do have a natural unibrow. And I remember, bro, hold on real quick. When I was a sophomore in high school, I want to say I was a sophomore. Yeah, I was about 15 or 16 when this happened, so sophomore. I was waiting to leave class. It was my home economics class. And this girl came up to me. Now, mind you, this girl, at the time, I didn't have a crush on her, but you know how when you have a class and you see a girl and you identify that that's, in your opinion, the best looking girl in the class, but you don't really know anything about her, so you don't necessarily like her like that, but you know that she looks good. So that girl in that class, my home economics class, came up to me and said, and I quote, "If you just did your eyebrows, you would be fine." Now, at 16, you have to understand, I'm an awkward person right now at 23. And that's after posting 1,000+ videos on YouTube, doing public interviews and traveling, doing all of these things that I've done, okay, the things that I mentioned earlier in this video. So, bearing that in mind, you can imagine how awkward I was when I was 16, bro. It was bad. I didn't really know how to respond to it, so I probably just said something along the lines of, "Appreciate it," or something like that. But I kind of saw it as a backhanded compliment, and I remember thinking to myself, well, maybe I should learn how to do my eyebrows. But I was too scared. I was too afraid because when I when I was, I want to say 7 or 8, I tried doing my eyebrows one time, bro. I grabbed my sister's razor, okay, the little razors, the plastic ones, and I tried to shave my own eyebrows. I think I tried to put a slit in my eyebrow, actually. And basically from here all the way out was gone. Skin. Okay, it was skin. It was this. So imagine basically like this right here. This is what my eyebrows looked like. And my mom had to pencil them in for, I want to say, a few weeks after that, every time I went to school. I'm saying that to say that I was scared to do my eyebrows. And up until that point, I had never thought to ever try doing them again. I was okay with rocking the unibrow. I wasn't on Anthony Davis timing, but if you looked closely enough, you could see those hairs in the middle. But eventually, once I got older, I developed the courage to try it again. And it took me some years, okay, years of trial and error. But I finally got this down to a science. And you can see I'm starting off in the middle. You probably can't even see the hairs that I'm picking. Okay, I don't even think any camera in this world could really show you the hairs that I'm getting right now. But if you have that close-up mirror and you look at yourself, you might be able to see some of the small hairs that are growing in. And you can get them early on. Because here's the thing. The reason why I do this every week, aside from just setting the tone for the rest of the week, I also do it every week because the more often you do it, the easier it is. So, since I'm simply maintaining what's already there, it's a lot easier for me to do it than if I were to do it once a year or something like that and not even know where I should end the eyebrows. But the point that I'm making, bro, is do your eyebrows. Okay, start now. Just start doing your eyebrows. Or, if you have a woman in your life, I'm sure she'd be enthusiastic to do your eyebrows for you. Okay, she's probably been waiting for you to ask her that, and she just didn't want to say it. So have her do your eyebrows because she won't mess them up because she's the one that's going to have to look at you the most. But if nothing else, make sure that your eyebrows are getting done every single week. So the way that I personally do them, I start in the middle, but I try to line them up to where the inner edge of my eyebrows align with the inner corner of my eye. Doesn't always happen that way. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. But my whole thing is I just want to make them look clean. So as long as they're clean, I think that's all that really matters. And as long as they're not too uneven. If you look at some of my old videos from 2019 or even parts of 2020, you can see that I didn't have a good grasp on evenness yet because I was still learning how to shape them up. But yeah, bro, the point I'm making is do your eyebrows. And for anybody who's saying or thinking or commenting that doing your eyebrows is feminine and real men don't do that, my brother in Christ, power be to you. But this is probably not the video for you, and this is definitely not the channel for you. I'm gonna just let you know that ahead of time. Because over here, we take care of ourselves, bro. We do our eyebrows. I don't know about you, but I'm taking care of myself. I'm doing it every single week. Also, it's important to understand, and I wish that my 7-year-old self understood this. You can't add hair back onto your eyebrows. You can always take more off, but you can never add more on. So make sure that you're not taking off unnecessary hair. If you're not sure whether or not you should pluck a specific hair, don't pluck it. Always err on the side of caution when it comes to doing your eyebrows, because this is one of the only things on your face that you cannot hide. You mess your mustache up, you can wear a mask. You mess your hair up, you can wear a hat. You mess your eyebrows up, it's not really much you can do. Maybe you could wear a shiesty or something like that, but other than that, you're pretty much screwed. So once you finish your eyebrows, okay, and the reason why I start with that is because it's the most tedious. As you can see, it takes a lot, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. After that, I'm gonna clip my nails. All right, get you a nail clipper, bro. Get you a nail clipper. It's almost 2024. You're grown. All right, you're grown. You're probably 16 or older. Oh, this camera is hot as hell, bro. What's going on with that? Hold on real quick. I might need to move you somewhere. I don't know what's going on with that, bro. But anyways, get you a nail clipper. Now, there's no real strategy to this. You kind of just do it. All right, look at the form. Look at the technique. You love to see it. I think with nails, it's also important to try to cut them evenly. I think that's a big thing, bro. You got to make sure that your nails are even. And don't cut them too low either. Don't cut them too low. Okay, that doesn't look or feel good. But when I say cut them even, basically try to make it to where there aren't any sharp, jagged edges. Alright, you know somebody, if you ever have hooped with people before, there's always that one person on the court whose nails are OD long for no reason, bro. Don't be that person. Super long nails or super sharp nails. Don't be that person, bro. They go to steal the ball and now you're bleeding out on the public basketball court. Alright, you gotta take care of your nails. Take good care of your nails. And speaking of basketball, did anybody see Victor Wembanyama play against Phoenix? I say Victor Wembanyama like he doesn't have teammates or something, bro. But bro is a problem. Bro is an absolute problem. He's a different breed. He's built different. He is definitely built different, bro. He's cut from a different cloth. I'm a fan. I am definitely a fan of his. That's must-see TV right now. I'm about to move to San Antonio and try out for the Spurs. 10-day contract. Seems like that'd be an easy job, bro. I'd just be feeding him lobs all day. That's the easiest money I'll ever make in my life, bro. Easiest money I'll ever make in my life. I'll average 0 points, 0 steals, 0 rebounds, and 18 assists per game. Alright, so now that I've cut my nails, well, now that we've cut our nails, because you should be doing this too, you should be doing this with me. The next thing we're going to do, and I know a lot of men need to hear this one, bro. A lot of men need to hear this one, is we're going to take a, well, I don't even know what you would call this. I'll just say an ear cleaning kit, and we're going to clean our ears. Alright, you need to be doing this every single week. And no, Q-tips don't work. Alright, listen. Hold on. Listen closely, bro. Stop using Q-tips to clean your ears, bro. All you're doing is pushing it further into your ear. Hold on, this camera is hot, bro. I'm kind of concerned. Bro, you're running a fever, bro. Are you good? Don't tell me you're sick now, bro. If you're sick, you need to exit the premises expeditiously. But either way, bro, you need to make sure that you're cleaning your ears. Alright, get you an ear cleaning kit. You only have to buy it once. That's the beautiful thing about this stuff, bro. You only need to buy the tweezers and the nail clippers and the ear cleaning kit one time. That's it. I bought these back in 2019, bro, and they've served me well ever since. But the reason why I know a lot of men need to clean their ears is because I've shared AirPods and earbuds with people before. Be like, hey, bro, listen to this real quick. Nah, bro, you can just play it on the speaker. I'm good. I'm not putting that shit in my ear. I don't know what you have going on, but you need to fix that. You need to fix that, bro. So make sure that you're cleaning your ears on a weekly basis, bro. At least a weekly basis. You can do it more if you want, but me personally, once a week is plenty sufficient enough. Get you an ear cleaning kit, a decent quality one. I promise you, it's gonna make a big difference. Okay, the Q-tips, they don't work. The ear cleaning kit, on the other hand, does work. So I'm not gonna show you a close-up or anything of me cleaning my ears because I think that's kind of weird. I might mess around and get demonetized or something like that. Before I get into the next part of the self-care routine, I just want to give a shout out to EEL Music for getting first once again. Okay, that is 2 first comments back to back, 2 trophies back to back. Are you really gonna let this man three-peat like Shaq and Kobe did? Or like Michael Jordan did? Are you really gonna let him do that? I don't know. It's up to you to decide. But anyways, I took a little intermission between my self-care things because I wanted to respond to comments. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna do the next thing that's on my self-care routine, or my self-care list, if you will, and that is shaving. Now, I'm well aware, okay, I don't really have much facial hair anymore. Obviously, I just shaved a few days ago. You're like, Jordan, why are you even shaving? You don't have any facial hair. I know, and I want to keep it that way. Okay, I have this little micro hairs right here. And if you see me looking this way, it's because I'm looking at the mirror. I think it's generally a good idea to look in a mirror when you're shaving. I don't know, that's just a rule that I'd like to follow. But you want to make sure that you're taking your time with this. And I want to say somebody asked me how to shave in the comments of one of my recent videos. And I referenced them to my beard growth video because I explained how to shave your beard there. But I'm not really shaving it this time. I'm kind of just shaving it. I don't know if that makes sense. Basically, instead of trying to fade it out or make it look better, I'm just getting rid of it. So, and I'm keeping this. The goatee is staying. Okay, the goatee is staying into perpetuity. But basically, you want to make sure that you have trimmers. Okay, some people like to shave with the razor. I've never done that before. I also have never used shaving cream. I just use the trimmers, and I literally just shave. It's a pretty intuitive process, I'd say. And my camera battery is running a little low right now, so I'm gonna try to hurry this up. But it's all about just making sure that you're clean. Okay, it's just like with the eyebrows and cutting your hair or anything else. You want to make sure that you're just doing your due diligence, taking your time. I know I literally just said that I'm trying to hurry this up, but when I get closer to that goatee, you will see I will slow my ass down because I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson the hard way, and that's a lesson that I only need to learn one time. But you can see I'm kind of lining up my sideburns here, or the lack thereof, getting rid of any sideburns that I have. Shaving here. A lot of people probably forget to get under the jawline. Make sure that you're getting that too. That makes a major difference. And then we're just kind of lining up the goatee. Now, when it comes to your mustache, basically, and I don't think I actually demonstrated this in my beard video, but basically you want to do like this, and then shave between your lip and the mustache. So let me show you. Okay, let me show you so that you don't mess this up. You'd be like, Jordan, why'd you tell me to do that and I messed my mustache up? Let me show you. Little pro tip, you want to use the corner of the trimmers if you can. And then you're gonna go over the top of the mustache like this. Pretty much the same exact way. And voila, As far as this goes, as far as the beard part goes, little chin goatee, I kind of like to leave that as it is. I don't really shape it up too much. I think the mustache is more important in my opinion. But we finished shaving. All right, we're already starting to look better. We're starting to feel better for sure. So now I only need to do, I think, a couple more things. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we are going to go ahead and grab our nose hair trimmer. Okay, you're like, nose hair trimmer? Oh my God, what is that? Well, it's a trimmer for your nose hair. So this is pretty much the nose hair trimmer right here. Basically, I just have the little attachment. It's also a beard trimmer like the one that I was just using. But literally, turn it on and stick it in your nose. Pause. Okay, stick it in your nose and trim your nose hairs. It's that simple. And again, with all of these things, everything that you see me doing, the more often you do it, the less time it'll take. So if you're cutting your own hair, for example, the more often you cut your hair, the less time it's going to take every time you cut your hair. Just some pro tips right there, food for thought. Okay, I personally value my time quite a bit, but that's pretty much it with that. Okay, I finished trimming my nose hair. Now you're gonna wipe it down. Please, please make sure that you wipe it down. And won't be using that again until next Saturday. And you very well might see me use it again next Saturday because I'm doing these daily vlogs for the whole month of November. We have a couple more things left. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use this razor right here. I don't know why I said that so enthusiastically. This razor. Okay, so we're gonna use this razor right here to manscape. Now, obviously, I can't show you myself manscaping because that sounds like a great way to not even get demonetized. That just sounds like a good way to get my channel taken down. So instead, I'm just going to kind of tell you this. Okay, you get you a Manscaped razor and you're pretty much going to use the same principles that you would use for shaving your beard. Just like what I told you with shaving your beard, you're going to do the same exact thing. The caveat is that with manscaping, you have to be kind of careful, especially when you get down to the lower regions, if you will, because depending on your razor, it might snag. Okay, I have curly hair everywhere, so that's just something to be cognizant of. But again, the same principle applies. The more often you do it, the less time it takes and the easier it is. So do these things every single week. So for me, I do my chest and basically everything on my torso. I also shave my underarms and then, of course, my lower regions. Shaving all of that maybe takes me 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes, give or take. So definitely a great way to boost your inner psychological confidence, if you will. I don't really know of a better term for that, but just knowing that you're going that extra mile to take care of yourself really goes a long way, okay? One thing I've learned about relationships, right? And just follow me on this. I'm going to tie it all together. One thing I've learned about relationships is... I'm not cutting that out. You need to see my mistakes too. One thing that I've learned about relationships is that people notice when you go the extra mile. When you do that extra thing, when you remember that one fact that they only mentioned that one time. Or when you go that extra mile to do that thing that they thought you forgot about, that maybe even they forgot about, but you didn't. Going the extra mile goes a long way when it comes to building relationships with other people. Therefore, the same applies when you're building your relationship with yourself. Go the extra mile for yourself as well. So, also, I just want to say this. When you're manscaping, there's no ideal hair length for any particular person. I think for me, my general rule of thumb is the less hair, the better. But you decide what works best for you. You decide what works best for you, and you stick to that. Trial and error. Okay, trial and error. What am I on? Alright, so this is pretty much an example of what I look like after I finish manscaping. There is pretty much no body hair at all right here on my chest. And again, everybody's gonna have their own individual idea of how they should do their manscaping. For me, I was actually having a conversation with my girl about this pretty recently. I was asking her what she thought about chest hair, because I thought about growing my chest hair out just to see how it would look. And she told me that, at least from her perspective, when she puts her head on my chest, she doesn't want to have hair in her mouth. And I thought that was a pretty compelling argument, and I prefer being clean shaven anyways, but if you like having chest hair, then you do you. But another little pro tip, this isn't even a pro tip, this is just common sense, but clean up after yourself, bro. After you finish manscaping, clean up after yourself. I remember when I was living in my car, obviously I was taking showers at Planet Fitness, and I would notice, bro, people would leave their body hair in the shower, just right there on the floor. And look, I understand, I had to do my manscaping in the Planet Fitness shower as well, because I didn't have anywhere else to do it. I can't do it in my car or in the parking garage or anything like that. So I understand that, but I always cleaned up after myself. I always made sure I at least washed the hair down the drain, bro. Don't just leave your hair on the floor or in the tub. Don't do that. But anyways, after you finish cleaning up after yourself, or this is what I do. You don't have to do these things in this order. You don't have to do any of this at all. But if you're watching the video at this point, I'm assuming you're going to be implementing these things. So after I finish that, I'm pretty much done with the self-care kit, but I still have a couple more things to do. One of those things being my skincare. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my skincare routine because I still haven't done that yet. It is almost 5 o'clock, I believe, and I have not done my skincare yet. That is outrageous. That is astronomically asinine. You hate to see it. By the way, if you hear an earthquake or a tsunami or something like that, that's just my stomach, bro. I'm hungry as hell. I'm talking about self-care. It's almost 5 o'clock. I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. And I know my girlfriend's gonna get on my ass about that. She always gets on me about that. Well, I don't know, bro. I just be locked in. You just forget to eat sometimes. This is once a week that I do this. I only do this once a week. But instead of putting on the moisturizer straight away, you're gonna pat dry your face. Alright? Leave it a little moist, but pat dry your face, and then hold on real quick. Let me show you the goods. Boom! Alright, quit playing with me. This right here, this is the T. Henley face mask. I'm gonna talk more about this in my skincare routine video, which again I will be dropping sometime in the near future, probably in the next couple of weeks. But basically, you take the face mask and you just put it on your face, bro. Pause. You put it on your face and do it like this. I used to just kind of rub it on my hands and then do it like that, but I saw my girl doing this, and as I've said in the past, if you see a girl doing something, especially as it pertains to skin or hair, you should probably just do what they're doing, because they tend to know a lot about these things. But I'm going to go ahead and spread this around. Okay, spread the love. How many people are out here doing face masks every week? Okay, how many men are out here doing face masks every week? This should be normal. This should be completely normal. But I feel like it's not, and I'm taking it upon myself to change that. So right now we're taking it back to art class. Alright, 7th grade, 8th grade. And we're just painting the canvas with the T. Henley face mask. So you can see it's looking pretty good. Well, it doesn't look good. I look weird. I look like the Blue Man. Bro, let me ask you this, bro. Does anybody else remember the Blue Men? Because as a kid, I was absolutely petrified of them. I'm talking about nightmares, bro. My mom told me that if I was bad, the Blue Men would come out of the attic and they'd get me. And shit, I still try to keep my behavior to a certain standard, because it's not worth the risk to me. Alright, so you generally want to leave the face mask on for whatever the allotted time is on the face mask container. For me, it's 10 minutes, and Like I said, I value my time, so I want to use my time as efficiently as I possibly can. As you can see, I haven't fixed my bed yet. Covers and stuff are still strewn about, and there's a reason for that. It's because I'm washing my bed sheets today. Wash your bed sheets every week. Wash your bed sheets every week. If you're not going to do that, if nothing else, make sure that you are washing your pillowcase every single week. Alright, so while I was in the laundry room, first of all, I need to come up with a different transition, but I promise I'm gonna come up with something. But while I was in the laundry room, I went ahead and grabbed this duster because, once again, time management, efficiency, you get the idea. Okay, while I'm letting this face mask dry, technically I'm supposed to have already washed it off, but don't worry about that. While I let this face mask dry even more, I'm going to clean my room. Okay, I have a pretty small room, so it only takes maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes, give or take, to clean my room. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, this right here, let me tell you something. This is a cheat code when it comes to self-care and also just mental well-being. And especially, let me tell you something, all right? This is a cheat code, bro. I don't know if I should even tell you this, bro. I don't know. You made it this far in the video, so I'm going to tell you, bro. This is a best kept secret, if you will. One of the best ways to recover from a relapse, all right, if you already failed No Nut November, one of the best ways to recover is by cleaning your room. Okay, you'd be surprised. You will be surprised at how much of an impact that can actually have on your mental state. Because when you clean your room, you are essentially reinforcing to yourself that this is a new beginning. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and dust off everything. Okay, you wanna make sure that you're cleaning it all off. I'm not gonna show you how to dust, okay? You should know how to dust. This is common sense. You see, here's the thing. Okay, you need to treat your living space as if it's the living space that's on your vision board. Think about the living space that's on your vision board. Okay, here's mine right here. This is the living space that's on my vision board. You can see it's a nice apartment. It's in Los Angeles, but that's besides the point. I clean my room right now as if it were this living space. I clean the car that I currently drive as if it were a Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Take care of the stuff that you have as if it's the stuff that you want. Okay, my girlfriend told me a while back, actually she didn't tell me this, she sent me a picture with this quote that said, "Wanting what you have is a blessing." Something like that. It was something to that effect. You get the idea. Okay, be appreciative of what you have, not just by gratitude journaling, but by actually taking care of the stuff that you have, including yourself. And there you have it. That right there is my weekly self-care routine. I do this every single week. All right, I take care of myself, I take care of my space, and in doing so, I'm able to set the tone for the day, even though it's already 5:30 p.m., for the week, and for my life. And that's the whole point of doing NoFap or doing self-improvement, is setting the tone for your life. So if you're on NoFap, and especially if you've struggled with NoFap in the recent past, try implementing a self-care day. Put a self-care day on your weekly schedule. If you don't have a weekly schedule, make one. Put a self-care day on that weekly schedule and just watch how it transforms your mentality over time.